look, before y'all go, make sure you get in contact, right? Because, like I said to you earlier, once you leave from here, guess what? When I found this out, I was the same age as y'all, bro. I was the same age. It took a little time for me to understand it, right? But the point is, I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't make a man-like decision. And that's the point. Y'all gonna have to make a decision. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? Every man comes to a point in life where he figures out, what do you stand for? What do you believe in? If you don't got that as a man, you're not a man. You'll be a boy for the rest of your life. Point blank, period. Go ahead.
Hey, read History, Susanna 1 and verse 8 real quick for me. Right? The thing about lust, right, is it looks like it's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? In your mind, you're like, yo, I just like this girl's picture on Instagram. She looks good, right? But after a while, it's like weed, right? What happens? What they say about weed? It's a gateway drug. You heard them? So y'all saying, okay, I like one girl, right? I lust after this girl. I like big butts, whatever it may be. Those things start to become impressed in your mind. You understand? It starts to destroy you. Watch. History, Susanna 1 and 8. Watch.
This is the book of Susanna, chapter 1, verse 8. And 2 elders saw her going in every day, walking, so that their lust was inflamed towards her.
Their lust started to inflame towards her. You understand what that word means? It's like a little ember, right? Meaning like it's a little fire. If I light a little piece of paper on fire, what happens with the corner? It starts to spread. You see what I'm saying? So you got to the point of, well, I smashed somebody. But in his mind, he's like, yo, I don't deal with it. Because right now, y'all pay for prostitutes.
What'd you say? They ain't subscribed yet. So what I'm doing all this teaching for, and nobody's subscribing to the page. It's time for you to subscribe. Subscribe to IUIC Los Angeles page. Get up on the latest scriptures, the latest news, the things we bringing out, because it's here for you. All right?
No, right? But OnlyFans is the same thing. Instagram models is the same thing. Right. It's right now, it's a small little thing, and they get you while you're a little kid. Most kids watch porn when they're young. They're 10, 12, right? They watch movies. Their mind starts to say, you know what? Damn, I need a woman. I need a woman. I need a woman. I need a woman. And then as you become an adult now you're destroyed by those same women. So what's happening to y'all, so y'all understand, is that lust is building up. So what you said is heavy. You got to fight it. Because if you don't, you become, these were elders, right? These were old men. So when you think they started lusting? At a young age. And the fire started when they were young, when they were like your age or like your age. But you know the thing that they said about them when they became elder, what they did, they looked at the woman every single day. There was a sister named Susanna in the Bible. They stared at her every single day. Nowadays, what allows you to stare at the same woman every single day? Let me borrow your phone. Let me make a call. You see that right there? You got one of those, right? On that, you can look at women every single day. Every single day. Right now when we leave, you could get on a bus, and what could you do? You could scroll to your phone and look at women, right? You could lust. You can burn that fire literally every 5 minutes. That's why you said, yo, it's in my phone. Because what it is you're feeding that spirit over and over and over again. And eventually, it's not a problem no more. Eventually, you're just a horny demon. You understand? And that's what a lot of the men in our community become. Watch.
So that their lust was inflamed towards her, they perverted their own mind.
You see what happened to them? They what?
They perverted their own mind.
So in our mind, is it perverted to have a woman in your phone? It is, right? But is it wrong for men right now, these young boys? In school, is that wrong? Is it wrong for women to wear those little bubble skirts, right? Because that's what the young girls is wearing, right? The skirt with what? You know what I'm talking about because it's on your phone, right? What is it? What is it? Explain it to him. It shows that what? Right. But you like that. You see the problem? That's what you got to start to realize. They making me like that. Does God like it? No, right? But you starting to like it. So what type of wife you going to pick eventually when you get older?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? You're going to get older. You're going to be like, yo, I remember when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I was looking at bubble skirts. Then you're going to become 21. You're going to say, damn, she got on that bubble skirt. And then when you get her, you think she's going to be a good woman? No. It started on your phone. So y'all got to understand what's going on with y'all. Keep reading. Watch.
And they perverted their own minds and turned away their eyes that they may not look into heaven.
You see what happened? And turned away their eyes that they didn't look where? Into God. So you may say, yo, I'm just dealing with adultery. You know what I mean? That's the only thing. But that's a heavy thing. Because for these elders, these were leaders of the community, their mind got so perverted that they said, I don't need God. I need bubble skirts. I need Instagram models. I need OnlyFans. These are the things that happen. They started to be so caught up in that they stopped looking towards God.
What club was that at? That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
So that little thing is a burning fire, you understand? Keep reading, watch.
Nor remember just judgment.
I got you.
Nor remember their just
I'm looking at the time right now so I can finish in 5 minutes. Come on.
Nor remember just judgments, and albeit they both were wounded with her love. Yet durst not one show another his grief.
That's how y'all are right now, right? Y'all don't show each other y'all grief. Meaning one brother's lusting and the other brother's lusting. That's how men are. Both of y'all will be battling the same demon and y'all are standing right next to each other. And you be like, man, look at her butt. Man, look at her butt. But y'all won't talk to each other about that. Yo, this is wrong. We got to change. If y'all gonna still deal with each other, y'all got to check each other. That's what's supposed to happen among friends. Friends supposed to say, yo, that's wrong. I know you deal with adultery. You deal with lust. What you supposed to tell him after this is what? He got to get rid of what on his phone? Yeah, you got to tell him. And we going, the bubble skirt, that's your brother, right? Yeah, you got to tell him you got to get the bubble skirts out your phone. Because if not, he going to die here. You see what I'm saying? And it's going to be an uncomfortable conversation, but y'all got to have those conversations. Yo, you still dealing with that thing you admitted? What happened with these men is they never talked about what they was dealing with. Y'all understand? Keep reading.
For they were,
you got 4 minutes.
For they were ashamed to declare their lust, that they desired to have to do with her. Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her.
That's what y'all do. You see what I'm saying? That's what you do. When you get up in the morning, where you go? Where's the first place you go as a man when you get up in the bathroom? I mean, sorry, I just gave you the answer. Where you go? You go to where? And then what you do on your phone? Scroll, right? Through what? Through what? What's on Instagram? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, when he wake up, he eats it for breakfast. That's what you got to understand. That's a heavy thing. He wake up and he goes straight to the toilet and he scrolls through Instagram. So what's the first thing in his head? Is it looking towards heaven and God, or what is it? It's lust. And it's the same thing for both of y'all. And y'all brothers in the same household. It's a spirit on both of y'all. Y'all got to be able to see this thing. And a lot of our young men getting destroyed like that. They don't think it's a big thing. They're like, yo, I don't deal with that. I don't deal with that. But these are the things that destroy men in our community. Because you'll pick the wrong woman. You'll spend all your money on Instagram models. Right? These elders were destroyed behind their lust. Go ahead.
Yet they watched diligently from day to day to see her. And the one said to the other, let us now go home, for it is dinner time. So when they were gone out, they parted the one from the other and turned back again. They came to the same place. And after that, they had asked one another the cause. They acknowledged their lust, then appointed they a time both together when they might find her alone.
You see what they did? They both was dealing with lust. They left and they turned back around and said, what you doing here? Oh, you follow her too? I follow her. You follow her? You saw what she posted this morning? So instead of correcting each other, what do? They say, you know what? She look good. I like the way she look. Give me Proverbs 27 and verse 20. So that's what y'all dealing with. Y'all understand? And y'all stood up here and y'all learned. Y'all were humble. Y'all heard everything coming out. But I got to deal with that. You know why? Because the only way for us to get the kingdom of heaven is to do what? Fight off the demons that are on us. We can sit here and talk about the kingdom of heaven and you the tribe of Issachar and y'all are mighty men all day and you got to change it. All that's good. But when you go home, what he going to do tomorrow morning? Yeah, he going to scroll through Instagram and God going to kill him. He going to get judged behind that. So tomorrow when he wake up and he go to the bathroom, you follow behind him and you say, bro, it's been 5 minutes. Get your ass out of there. You see what I'm saying? Get out of there. I know what you're doing in there. Get off of that. Tonight when you're walking home, you say, yo, you need to unfollow them now. And you got to do the same thing for him because he ain't keeping it 100. He got some models on his phone. He's saying no, but check his phone. That's your brother, right? Y'all got to make sure y'all look out for each other. Proverbs 27 and 20.
Book of Proverbs 27 and 20. Hell and destruction are never full.
Read it one more time for them.
Hell and destructions are never full.
One more time.
Hell and destructions are never full.
God said there's no limit to hell and destruction, meaning why? People lusting. You see what I'm saying? So that's what y'all dealing with. It's never full because men keep lusting. And that's the thing that's happens. It starts small and it continues to grow. To the point where God said hell and destruction are never full. And the reason they getting judged is because they can't stop themselves from lusting. You understand? Go ahead.
So the eyes of man are...
So the what?
The eyes of man are never satisfied.
That's what you got to understand about yourself. That's what he got to understand. In order for y'all to repent, y'all got to come back to the Bible. When you look at a woman, you got to say to yourself, if she's not a woman I would marry, right, I don't need to deal with her. If she's dressing appropriately, I don't need to deal with her. You got to put the laws of God in your mind to fight off what society tells you. Because the girls at your school, they're going to be dressed half naked, right? They're going to be willing to give you the cheeks your entire life. That's going to happen. But your mindset got to say, hell and destruction and never fall. And my eyes, I know how wicked I am that I will go into that. You understand? You got to fight, all right? All right, come back, officer. That's what y'all got to do. That's the only way. All this information is good, but it means nothing if you don't stop and fight off your lust.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support